Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1301, and today's topic is a risk associated with wireless radiation in children. Of course to everybody, but more especially today I am going to discuss about children, and that is called digital health hazard. So we are in digital age, electronic age, frequency age, and cell phone, smartphone, digital television age, Wi-Fi router age, and we cannot stop the technology. Here we have to protect our children and ourselves with our smartness, with our knowledge, with awareness, with education. So in this digital age, nowadays people are not able to understand very well, and they are not aware because everybody doesn't understand the wavelength and frequency, radio frequency, radar frequency, X-ray frequency, NMR, UV, blue light, hazard. And for this reason, let me give you some little historical background. Actually, the wireless technology, that is wireless radiation, was very much in use. That was by Navy, by ships, by boats, that was in sea and water, by Navy officers up to 1970s. In 70s, wireless radiation was not there in our houses. We were not exposed to that. And statistical data is showing, I have gone through all those papers, that there were a lot of casualties of heart attack and brain tumor in those naval officers who were working with this wireless frequencies. Then again advancement came and they started using in military. That was very, I can say, dangerous, or whatever we can say as a civilian. It was from 1980s up to last year, even up to 2022. And slowly, after a lot of data and this, once the research was conducted, it was found, and still it is going on secretly to murder and to kill the enemies, either by American CIA or it was previously Russian Soviet Union, exposing their enemies to electromagnetic radiation in the form of wireless radiation, and they were not knowing this, because once we are in the room or inside house, and once it is focused to that particular electromagnetic wave or wireless radiation, that can damage slowly your brain. You may get brain tumor, or slowly your heart pumping, that is cardiovascular system. And many casualties happen now, it is recorded. And if you are following the fighting of these two groups, agents or secret agents, in some hospitals, in some places, some heart attack, some brain damage, this and that, memory loss, is all there. Many people, they know it. And that was for military purpose. But today now, the same electromagnetic radiation or frequency in the form of photon, quantum radiation, or laser beam, concentrated light frequency is used now as a military very dangerous weapon. With that concentrated beam of frequencies, we can destroy very, very strong metallic steel equipments, armored or patent tank, any type of devices, and even the human beings can be neutralized. So these are all going on, but at the same time, now the tiger is inside our houses. I call it tiger. And what type of tiger? Where we cannot recognize. That is wireless radiation indoor is a type of pollution. There are two types of pollution in the world. One is with particles. That is called particulate pollution. Means some hanging dust particles, toxic heavy metal particles, smoke particles, fly ash particles, some vapor particles in the form of snow or smoke. All this they are particle. But there is other type of pollution, man-made, recent, means within 21st century, pollution entered in our houses, and we are in the ocean, and flood of that pollution is called pollution without particle. If I am saying of pollution without particle, I am talking of wireless radiation, radio wave, electromagnetic radiation. So in that way, let me make it clear. The source of radiation are two. One is natural source. Natural source means sun is there. Sun radiation is falling. Infrared, ultraviolet, and alpha, beta particles, gamma rays, they are all from nature. So that one is already there. But the other type, but that one is at least filtered off outside. Much is not inside our houses, indoor. The man-made pollution without particle is wireless radiation. And here I have gone through a lot of research publications. The victims with soft targets are children. If I say children, it starts from age group of 5, 18, like that, and onward adult. They are all affected by this type of radiation, that is wireless radiation. But more are soft children, because of their skull is soft, skin is soft, all organs, whole body physiology, anatomy is soft. So that's why their organs, body part, they are more affected. And chemically speaking, we human beings are not solid. We are not liquid, but we are fluid. Fluid means human body contains 65 to 70% water. And the formula of water is H2O. So once, and humans are what? Fluid. Fluid means neither solid nor liquid. Whether it is child, teenage or old. We are all fluid, chemically speaking, scientifically speaking. So once any radiation is striking to our body, first the water molecule, water, will be in higher state of energy after the absorption of radiation. Water will be in vibrational state, high energy state, and if it is, the radiation is of high intensity, that it is calculated in terms of megahertz, gigahertz, terahertz. But of course our this wireless frequency, it goes around, but of course it is more than megahertz. It is calculated in gigahertz. So that frequency or that radiation, once it is striking to our body, two conditions are there. One is called non-ionization, will be there, non-ionization of H2O, And second is ionization of H2O. So, two conditions are there. Once it is subjected to this wireless radiation, either the water molecule will be non-ionized in higher energy state, vibrational, rotational state. The second one, where water is ionized. When water is ionized, if I am saying, the free radicals are produced. So in that case, once it is ionized, the water will be split into OH radical and H, they are known as free radicals, are produced, and you will be having oxidative stress, your children. So those children who are using a lot of digital devices in the form of blue screen TV, or in the form of smartphone, or in the form of simple phone, Android phone, whatever, is all is, we can say, governed by or is activated by wireless frequency, and that frequency is enough to produce ions, to activate the water. We are in the form of fluid, and that brings lot of health hazard. The first health problem what children are facing, it can be from 5 to 18, anxiety built up, hyper state, they are hypersensitive to electromagnetic or wireless radiation. Secondly, their brain tumor problem will started nowadays, and children are getting brain tumor, and it has a strong link of excessive use or prolonged use of digital devices, mainly cell phone and blue screen TV, because all these digital television nowadays big size is coming, 40-inch, 80-inch, 100-inch, so that we can enjoy more the images, big size zoom images. And the more and more you are increasing the size of radiation is also increasing inside your house. So that is the factor health hazard for children. And the third one is, that is immune system. Once your children are having ionized free radicals, means they are under oxidative stress continuously. So their immune system will be compromised. At the same time, most of the time, they are not exposed to sunlight for physical activity because they are addicted. And that addiction is because of more production of dopamine, serotonin in their brain to get more happiness. So for that, they will develop the habit of always sitting in front of either digital TV with big screen or smartphones. And they will be isolated. They will not like to go for physical activities. That is the serious issue nowadays. So they will lose their immune system. And thirdly, it is coming in adults. Now in mega cities like New York, Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, lot of clinics, medical hospitals are coming, and they are treating the infertility in adults, and lot of cases where the sperms are damaged, ovary is damaged, fallopian tubes are damaged because of such type of electromagnetic radiation flooding inside house, because of different devices used wrongly. I am going to show you some of the pictures, and I will advise you that you should take a step so that your children are not victim, and even yourself as a young couple, you are not the victim. I have already told you, I am again repeating, you cannot stop the growth of technology. We are going from 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, 8, 10Gs. Elon Musk is very active in space. Lot of solar activities are going on. How to capture the solar energy to convert into electricity, and again how to add more and more satellite, because he is having already 7,000 satellites encircling the earth. He is going to add another 30,000, so that it will be just like a spider web, and we will be just like mosquito or housefly under that web. That we cannot stop, because technology is going, artificial intelligence is moving, robotic, everything. So in that circumstances, the best thing how to protect, how to manage all these things, that is tiger inside our house. So if tiger you are allowing to be in your bedroom, I call tiger means a router of Wi-Fi. Some people they put side by their bed, and that is having wireless high frequency level. Their phones, a small cell phone, all side by their pillow. Sometimes under pillow they are sleeping. No. You are under high risk of your infertility, your brain tumor, your heart attack, all conditions. That's why lot of things are going on. I don't have much time, but I am very specific. I am just going to show you some of the images. So this image is from the Pediatric Association of America. They are showing it how this small child, it may be only 4-year-old or 3-year-old, is using and putting exactly on the ear, and it is at high risk, and they have listed here the problem of this wireless radiation is thyroid cancer, brain cancer, heart attack, immune compromise, all listed are there, and they have advised at secondary level that please avoid excessive prolonged use of wireless devices in schools. How these teenage or pre-teenage children, maybe 12, 13, busy in watching the wireless devices, that is the smartphone, even in laptop. And I used to joke, during teenage, if girls or boys, they are putting laptop in their lap, then once they are married, their baby will not be in their lap. Only laptop will be remaining. They will all become infertile. These are American children, even teenagers, all size. They are all putting, why I have selected this, that they are just like sandwich, they are putting the smartphone. That is very dangerous, because once any phone which is receiving the signal, it is with high potency, very dangerous. First you receive and then you can bring. So once ringtone is there, and from other side, if you are receiving signal, after that you can listen. Otherwise, once you are putting on your ear, you are exposing to high risk. This is, I call it, blue screen of big television, that is digital device. It's very dangerous for children, because the blue screen is having high energy in that blue band, ultraviolet, and it can ionize the whole body water in the form of free radicals, and your child might become hyper, or will be having anxiety, irritation, mood disorder, and he will be always having the habit of sitting in front of this blue screen. I call it blue screen. All these TVs, they have such type of screen. This is a Wi-Fi router. I call this router tiger. And if you are putting this tiger inside your bedroom, is not the place. Your bedroom is for your children, not for tiger router. So please keep away from, keep this router away, at least 100 feet away. Your telephone should be at least 5 to 6 feet away, and this router is very serious wireless device inside house if it is there. Better keep in drawing room, to some corner, where you are not there, and inside whole house it will be covered. But now I have seen in many houses in New York, even in India, Delhi, they keep in their bedroom very close to their place or table. No, you are at high risk of wireless radiation. This is big tower of 3G, 2G, 4G, 6G, big tower, and it is MRI scanning of this tower signals in the form of wave and frequency. Just, the whole area is covered up to 100 feet, and those who are living under that area, they are all exposed to high intensity radiation. So please, if we cannot stop because the business gain billions of dollars. So if your house is close to this area, please shift at least 100 to 200 feet away from that tower, because you cannot stop the flooding of or ocean of electromagnetic radiation in the form of wireless radiation in your houses. And I call it is a really pollution without particle. Two gender, male and female. Male are smart. Why smart? Because in most of the cases I have seen that females, they keep their wireless devices, that is smartphone or any electronic gadget, in their purses, and purses are in their hand, they are hanging. But we human beings, male, either we keep in our pocket here, so your this heart is always irritated by wireless radiation, and slowly it will be becoming weaker and weaker, those muscles and cells. The other place, either they will put here in the pocket near we can say pelvic area, where your all we can say male organ, and then your that gland, prostate gland, all are their cells are damaged, and you are towards infertility. So at least you phone. First thing is that if you are putting separately is very good, but for male it is not possible because it has become the part of our life. Sometimes we may have doubt whether somewhere God is there or not, but we are sure that cell phone will be there. It is more popular than God, cell phone and Google. So at least you can shift the place from their front side, your pelvic area, your back side. So that radiation is intensity will be reduced. So all these things what I have mentioned in the form of summary is I have already told you. So I have just written for the students, those who are interested, they can copy down. Number one, wireless radiation of cell phones are significant health hazard for children. Recent research publications show that children's brain and bodies absorb more electromagnetic radiations as compared to adults due to their thinner scales and unique body physiology and anatomy. The increased absorption of wireless radiation can lead to various health conditions including neurological all damages. I have already discussed, because we are fluid with 70% water, and there will be production of free radicals, and that will cause oxidative stress and inflammation that will lead to different diseases. So can lead to various health conditions including neurological damage, DNA breaking, that is genetic material damage, oxidative stress and inflammation. And finally, immune system is compromised for the children. And sleep disorder, children will be having sleep disorder, memory problems, and if they are above The teenage means adult. They can be adult children, once they are 23, 24. It doesn't mean that I call them still children, but they are adult. So for them, there will be serious problem, pelvic region, and where the sperm dysfunction will be there. That is very serious problem. For girls in puberty is their problem will be ovary damage because of radiation, and then brain tumor. So these are all very, very serious health hazard or health condition. And number 2, health risk factors in children. Health risk factor, mainly it is what I have mentioned here, I have got from research papers. First is thyroid cancer. Their thyroid gland will be damaged, so thyroxine production will be less, and they will be having irritated, abnormal behavior, hyper condition. Number 2, behavior problem is associated with that. Then number 3, reproductive system harm, that I have already told you, that is dysfunction of reproductive system. And then that is number 4 is, that is brain cancer. Now number 3, reduce exposure to wireless radiation. You have to manage in such a way so that how to reduce the wireless radiation. Number 1, if possible, for children, use wired devices, not wireless, which is not very easy, because if you give them wired devices, they are not happy, because it has become the part of lifestyle of parents as well as for children. Then number 2, you can keep wireless devices away from children. I have already told you all about all the devices that I call it tiger inside your house. Keep Wi-Fi, router, and all devices away, especially when you are going to sleep, and if it is possible, develop the habit to put them off. And then always keep your devices 10 to 100 feet away, means your Wi-Fi router should be 100 feet away, and if possible your all the wireless devices, means cell phones, smartphones, should be at least 10 feet away from you during night. And also for children, limit the time of use of these devices. Then health hazard of prolonged TV screen time. If the children are using the excessive time, more time, prolonged time of watching TV, they have lot of health hazard. Number 1, most of the digital devices like TV screen, they have blue light release, and this blue light, which can increase the risk of degeneration of eye. You will be having some damage in the eye, and also sleep pattern will be disturbed. The risk of myopia. Myopia means the long-sighted means they will see blurred object once it is distant place, and that is far away object looks blurred. And then dry eye syndrome. If I say dry eye syndrome means from these corners the tear will start rolling. So for that, for children, you can discuss with your ophthalmologist, but as a professor of medicinal chemistry, some little idea I will give you. For children, you can, this type of exercise for dry eye, just hold for some time, then release, then hold for this corner, because here this is the place from where the tears are, we can say, released. So if it is done this exercise like this, it means you are making all those muscles, optical muscles, stronger. And also always do like this type of just gentle touching like this for children. And even for you, if you have some symptom of dry eye, this is a very, very effective exercise for making these eye muscles around that strong. Then number 5, management of risk factor of wireless radiation. You have to manage, you cannot stop. the growth of technology. So, number one, I am saying 20, 20 and 20 rule. Means after every 20 minutes, you keep away from the screen or from that device and look somewhere here and there and just relax for a few minutes, then you go. So after every 20 minutes, you practice like that keep away your retina, cornea and all those portion of your eye away from wireless radiation and blue light. And then number two is lower the brightness of your devices, especially the TV and all this, because once it is more bright means more blue light will be flooding. And then number three, take a regular break after 30 minutes to 1 hour. Once you have lot of hectic work to go for whole night, 10 hours, after every 1 hour, take break, and during that time you take whatever you like, some sandwich, some fruit juice or coffee, and after that break of 20-30 minutes, again then you go for the work. Avoid digital TV screen use 2 hours before you go for sleep. So before going to bed, at least 2 hours before you stop all these things. And number 5, monitor TV screen time for children. You have to monitor always and stick some time limit that you cannot watch more than 1 hour or 2 hours this blue light TV. And finally, you should be aware. Your children should be aware. You have to make them to understand, to know that you and your children are in digital age, and it is you who is going to protect by yourself and your children, not digital technology. So with this I will stop. In the last but not least, the future generation, the coming generation in 30-40 years time, we are in deep ocean of electromagnetic radiation as the digital age, and we should learn all the technique and trick how to survive in this ocean of or flood of wireless radiation. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.